Right, morning YouTube. So, what have I got here? Well, it's a bit of you actually, not you as in you, yew tree. So I was going to take off the bark off the edge of it, which old screwdriver. It's nice and dried out, so should be right. I know what everyone's going to say. Oh, turn it with the pith in it. I'm going to turn end grain as well, so we're going to see what happens. But my plan is to make just a small little kind of safe keep box for Kevin, actually, who's a lollipop man. Keeps the kids safe at my daughter's school and has looked after her going across the road. Found me a parking space with me being paralysed and everything. Has found me a parking space pretty much every day for the past 3 years. So he's, yeah, does really good. And I thought, you know, I don't know what to make him, so I thought I'd keep safe instead of a keepsake. A keep safe box because he keeps the kids safe. So yep, we'll get all the bark knocked off of this and get it on the lathe and turn it. And if it don't come out well or big enough as I want it, or I blow it up and break it because of this bit of a crack we've got going here, and it is going straight towards the pith obviously, and another one there. I'm not scared of cracks and stuff. I'm quite happy to deal with them and fill them and, you know, CA glue them. Another one there as well. I'm not bothered about them, but if it blows up and goes across the room, I might be a little bit bothered by it. So if it breaks, unfortunately, it's either going to be out of walnut or sapele, because I don't have any other big enough pieces that I could actually use. I have some amazing pieces of spalted beech, but they're for another project, which will be coming soon. So keep your eyes out for it. Right, let's get this bashed off. The biggest points on it, so just below centre there, below centre there. But we need to get it turned around first, so we'll get it turned around roughly on here first, and hopefully not have any disasters. See how well it goes. Now I've got the kit, all my kit on. It's starting to shake a bit at 700. Alright, 660. So I'm going to put my face shield on. Let's get it rounded. I've just spent all the time sharpening up my tools, so the every gouge and every tool I've just resharpened since the last project. So let's see what damage we can do. curly wellies there, look. Okay, right, so we're there. That's fine. I can get rid of that. Bit of shaping. Right. So that didn't take long. What a bloody sharp bit, did it? Just proves the point, everybody. Sharp tools work the best. Don't have to push as hard. Didn't get any catches on relatively soft wood. Looking at that, we'll wind that back. It's not going to be very heavy. It's going to be very light. And that's the tenon done, ready to mount up in the jaws. We don't want to put a mortise in this one because if forcing it outward would cause the crack to split very bad, especially this one here, because this one's quite deep. We go to about there on it, same as that one. We go to about there, so if we were pressing away from the centre we could cause a little bit of an issue with that. Tie her up. Because it's dovetailed, it'll pull it in as it tightens up. Okay, so a couple of problems I just found. My camera said that it's going to shut off because it's too hot. So I just missed out what I was trying to tell you and planning to do. There we go. Right, that's just an idea of reference for me. We can get that cutting actually. It's so hot here at the minute. I know us Brits don't really get the hottest of weather in the world, but we've currently got a heat wave at the minute. And it's 32 degrees in the workshop, so imagine what it is in the sunshine. It's ridiculous. That's Celsius, not Fahrenheit. And my camera just shut off because it's got the media mod on it, which has got a nice little muffler for the speaker, so the high pitched noises and stuff get taken out a little bit, and any wind noises get taken away. So I don't know what the audio is going to be like on this, but hopefully okay. If it's okay, it'll carry on recording in this mode, because hopefully that'll vent it the most it can do. But I'll get on with it as quick as I can, so that you guys don't get turned off again. Wow, scary sharp that is. We don't want to get rid of any of that. So yeah, sorry about that. The camera keeps cutting itself off, so now you can probably hear in the background there's a really loud fan that's blowing over here. I've taken the battery out of it to make sure it's not got that heating it up, and it's plugged in, media mod's off, and the battery door is open, which I know is a bad idea, but it's the only way I think to vent it a little bit more. So yes, before realising it had overheated again, I was filling in these cracks here, the big cracks, splits. So I filled them with super glue and then sawdust in there, and in that one as well. You can see, so there's that one and there's that one. They're both really filled in, and then obviously this end here. I can sort out that bottom, that's not a problem. I'll sand it all up and sort that out. That's dead easy to do. Alright, let's get it parted off now. Go. That one back on. Oh, this thing's doing. I don't know. Right. Right, now I think I want to put the edge of the lid. Oh, we've got these three cracks to sort out. I've got a big crack there, split crack, whatever you want to call it, and I've got two right next to each other right there, which is a little bit worrying for a lid. So I need to sort them out. They don't go in too far, then they come to about here. But we'll sand and seal it first so that the glue doesn't stain up the wood, and then we will put the super glue in and then get some wood shavings in there as well, some really fine sawdust. But yeah, cellulose sanding sealer, thinned, so it's got thinners in it, cellulose thinners. Oh yeah, that's going to come out really cool, isn't it? Oh, I think it's going to cook quite pretty actually. This little box. Once we've got all the glue in, decent amount of really nice and thin sawdust. And get it rubbed in there. Whilst it's all still wet as well, because then any of the extra super glue will actually spread about then, you see, instead of causing a ridge for the sandpaper to go over. We can get the sandpaper out and we can sand this up, sand up around the super glue. With it being a little bit tacky still, the sawdust will stick to it as well. Obviously you don't want to be turning too fast because you'll end up with super glue everywhere. That feels a little bit too much for a ridge, to be honest. Okay, so the sanding process, now I've got it super glued up, is I normally, on a soft wood like this, when you've got it pretty tooled in quite well, not much tool marks in it, I'll start on 220. So I've done 220 on the inside already, and I've done, oh no, it's 240, sorry, then 320. So I've just used the 320 pad on there. That's 320. Now I'm going to put another 320 across this edge here, just to get that finished up lovely. I mean, it's really smooth anyway. And then a 400 grit, and then with this again, because it's so soft, all I'll need to do then is 400, sand and seal it, and then Yorkshire grit, and finish it off with my crystalline wax. So drill, soft pad. So this is 400. Not that you can probably read 4 there, but it's 400. The lathe speed is 750 RPM. Obviously I don't want to be rounding over this edge just here, because that's what closes nice and flat into the box. I'm back. So the thing I really like about turning boxes is, I don't know why they're called boxes because they're not square, but yeah, like boxes, is because it's almost like doing 2 turn-ins in one. You turn in a box, which is, you know, like equivalent to turning a bowl, and you turn in a lid, which is also equivalent to turning a bowl. I really do like you. Oh, pretty. Okay, that's sand and sealed up. And these have sealed up lovely as well, these cracks, using the sawdust and glue method. You can still see them when you do that, which is what I like, is that you can see that that was a big split in the wood. It almost makes a feature of it. I know some people put coffee ground in there as well. I haven't done that one yet, but I will try it one day. I do just like how it's almost like a resin sort of look without colour or anything when you put the super glue in there, and it works, seems to work just as well. Well, it works for me anyway. I mean, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Does it work as well? Does it not work as well? I have both Yorkshire grits, so we have, if you guys can see that, Yorkshire grit abrasive paste. That's the standard one. I'll read it to you this time because I haven't done that for a while. So, a hand blended mix of mineral oil, lemon oil, beeswax, rotten stone and pumice, designed to give your wood turning the perfect foundation for finishing. So we use this one, and then we use the microfine version of it as well, which is super fine. And what it does is basically, it has abrasives in it, which you'll hear, maybe if the fan's not too loud on the video, you'll probably hear the abrasives working as soon as I start rubbing it in. Oh, where's my little pad? I forgot the pad, sorry. Oh, now I've knocked you guys, so you've gone flying. Right, sorry. Now you guys stop shaking everywhere. So the first thing I do, because I don't know why, but the sanding sealer seems to give a little bit of a thick coat to it, and if I don't use this abrasive pad first, which is just a finishing pad for paintwork and stuff, or a really fine finishing pad, it's not wire wool, it's nowhere near as harsh as wire wool. It's almost like a pan scrubber, sort of soft, even softer than that maybe. It breaks the top coat, the sanding sealer down, because if I don't, I get these really weird shiny spots, and I don't know why. I mean, maybe somebody could tell me that in the description, in the comments below. That'd be brilliant. Tell me why that happens. So, put it on. And this is already soaked in it because I've used it for previous projects, so what I'll do is just really gently go around with this one. and then we're going to spin it up when the thing decides it's going to work. We're going to spin it up to 400 RPM. I'm only just touching this on here, we're not forcing it. So now I've gone over it with the cloth. It's not a lot, I don't do a lot. Use the same one that's already got a load of Yorkshire grit on it. Turn the speed up to 500, 600 sorry. I just work it in with the tissue. Get that on there. We will stop it. Look how shiny that's gone already. I do like Yorkshire grit. It does a great job. Have a look in the description below and you'll see the links for Yorkshire grit as well. Maybe one day I'll have a good chat with him and I'll get you some discount codes. It'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? So okay, the microfine abrasive one. Can you see that? Hopefully. So I'll read you this one as I've read the other one. So, a hand blended mix of mineral oil, beeswax and beeswax and microfine abrasive powders designed to leave a highly polished surface for resins, hybrids and woods. It's a bit of a hybrid, it's got super glue in it. Again, fair bit on. Don't be a tight arse with it. It might be expensive stuff, but still don't be a tight arse. You want your work to look good, don't you? I like to do the first bit with it switched off because it feels like the grit is doing a bit of work, digging in, you know, like sandpaper when you go against the grain sort of thing, causing mini scratches. And then when you turn it on, brake's engaged again. It shouldn't be, it's stopped. There we go. Right, 700. Same piece of tissue. Right, now we can get rid of that because we definitely need some clean tissue now. I think we've used it enough. A little bit rolled up. And then I'm going to whack the speed up. It's now 1400 RPM. And change over to the drier side that's got nothing on it. The idea is to keep going until nothing comes off onto the cloth. Oh, here we go again. It's making its racket. Done. Oh, damn it. Turn it right down, get it off. Ooh, look at that. It's got so much detail to it. It's lovely. I mean, whatever I make could be really simple, to be fair, but these colours and shapes are awesome in it. Now all we need to do, really important bit, is take a measurement now. We need to take a measurement of the lid. Very carefully so I don't scratch it up. The widest part of the lid. Yeah, there we go. Right, that looks like 86mm. And we keep that locked nice and tight on there. I broke my vernier gauge, so I need a new one. Keep that locked on there, and then we transfer that size over to the box. But what we do is we've got 86, we make sure we've only got like 85, so we can sand to this size. Make sense? Hopefully. Okay, so it should be about that. We'll put it on exactly how it should be. So go to that. Right, so as you can see, it nearly fits. And this is incredibly soft wood anyway, so we don't want to be going any more than that with the gouge. We can go a lot more than that when we come to the sanding stage, but now we know that that is the perfect fit at the moment for the gouge. So now we can have a go at getting this hollowed out now, and we can get some glue in here and here, because then that glue will be setting up whilst we're hollowing out the rest, and it'll also hold it together so it doesn't split and go bang on me and fly across the room. So if that happens, I'll be gutted. That there is as deep as I dare go with that. Sand and seal it first, I think, yeah. There you go, Scooby-Doo wear that one. You got it. Covered in sawdust, yep. Perfect. So let's get it sanded up. We'll start with this one, 180 on the inside here, because I want to sand down the glue and I also want to sand down this little ridge, and I know that once the ridge has disappeared, then we're at the same size as the lid going on. Right, we'll turn it up to, it's one of those days, is it? Okay, 850. We'll return at 850 to sand up then today, because it's being pain and it's going to be noisy. Ceiling time again. It's a really pretty bit of wood. Reminds me a lot of the apple goblet that I did, which I will put up on the top of the video now, I think, actually, because it does, this just looks like a mini apple goblet. It wasn't my intention for it to look like the apple goblet, but it most certainly does look like it. All its pretty features that it has. That's done with the that's done with the cellulose sanding sealer from Chestnut Products. Their link is in the description as well for them, and then it'll be sanded up in Yorkshire grit in a second. Plenty on it. Ooh, I burnt my finger. I've got rid of all the microfine Yorkshire grit until it's not coming off on the cloth anymore, and then we can microcrystalline wax it, which is food safe, but I don't know what this is going to be used for, so I need to make it food safe, or as safe as possible. Okay, so as you can see, that's been Yorkshire gritted, and the microfine Yorkshire grit, it's obviously come out really shiny. But yep, so microcrystalline wax time. It's food safe, this stuff, and it's also melting. Good coated of it. There we go. Then that needs to be left for 20 minutes, that does, before it can be buffed up. And what I'm going to do is just soak up all the wet melted wax. Okay, so we've got it spinning up at 1100 RPM, and it's time to get the microcrystalline wax buffed off. Look at it coming off. Preferably don't whack your fingers on the chuck as it's going around though, because that's spinning pretty fast now. That should be it. Gets it all polished up. Hopefully once that cools down it'll actually give it a little bit more space to fit, because it fits a little bit too tight, to be honest. Now what we need to do is get the tailstock up, pressed into it, to keep the two pressed together, and then turn this lid down to the same size as the box itself, and then I know I'm going to turn the lid in really quickly and try and get some kind of thin finial on the top here. I've sanded that down. It's only sanded to 240 at the moment, and I've filled in the little cracks again with the super glue. I'm happy with the little lid handle that I've got on the top there, but now I need to turn it down to take the top off. I can't do it whilst it's on the lathe, and the lid fits too tight and the air is pushing it back out again. So what my plan is to do, I've sand and sealed it up so that hopefully the tape won't damage the wood at all. And I'm going to tape the lid shut, hopefully. Okay. I'll slow it right down because I can see some tapes come off. Get that stuck back. I really like that. 1200 RPM. And go up, that live centre comes out, well that centre, the cone, comes out of my live centre, and I have other centres that will go in there. However, I'm not going to bother putting the other centres in because the end of it is the end of the live centre is still live, so it'll just spin. Then what I'll do is place that in between there. Not really in the middle though, Daniel. We've just got to microcrystalline waxed it, and then we can take it off, flip that round into the reverse bowl jaws and take the base off, and that's the easy-ish part. Brand it, done. There we have it. Look at that. Lovely. Lid pops off very easily like that, and cleaned out, and then the lid goes back on. Does it go there? Go there. Goes there, doesn't it? There we go. That lid is really, really thin. I know you guys can't really obviously tell how thin it is on YouTube. But again, this isn't heavy at all. My little box. Look at that. I love these. Right, so we're going to get it mounted that way up with the reverse bowl jaws, not on there, and then I can turn off this bottom tenon and get my logo burnt into it, hopefully without damaging it. As you can probably already tell, it's going to be a slow process. Bring you guys back at the end. Right. No, go around there. Stop there. Thank you. Look at that, lovely. We can get some of them out of there. And hopefully no damage was done. Oh. Yeah, it's come out really well this time, look. It's got so many, like, bits of character to this turning. I really like it. So, we've done another one. Keep safe boxes. This one's for you, Kevin. Whether you get to see this video or not, I'm not quite sure. But thank you very much for keeping my little miss and what everybody else knows on YouTube as my little miss safe for the past 3 years. He's the lollipop man. Doesn't ask or want for anything, just to help everybody safely cross the road. So he keeps our kids safe. So I thought I'd give him a keep safe box. So you can pick something, whatever you want, it's up to you, put in the box. Obviously, the lid fits nicely. Closes together quite well. Clearly doesn't fall off because it's nice and tight, but not too tight, you can't get it on. And it doesn't turn when it's on either, so that's how tight it is. There we go. Nice and shiny, and the logo came out well this time. Again, that's twice it's come out well. I've learnt with this one, don't bother sanding it afterwards. Look at that. Don't bother sanding it. So yeah, cool. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks for looking after everybody. Yeah, thank you very much. No stickers, so we've got everybody else that you've seen on here. I've always put links into the description. Please like, share, and put the bell notification on, because sometimes, most of the time, I can't upload every single week because I've got all the projects and things on the go that I can't put on YouTube. So, and I'm just busy with life as well. You know, there's all sorts going off. You just heard my phone go off. There's always something going off with the diving and all that kind of thing. If you guys are interested in anything else I do, just put a comment on there and just say, you know what, Dan, it'd be good to see this, or it'd be great to see that you do. Because I do loads of stuff. Life's for living. Not for sitting around and doing nothing. I mean, sitting around and do that anyway, but not for sitting around and doing nothing. It's life's for getting on with and doing stuff. So yeah, okay, I'll shut rabbiting on now. And again, thank you very much, Kevin. And I hope you enjoy it. It's only a little, but I hope you like it. Bye.